Peace and blessings. Let me turn this around, y'all. Peace and blessings, YouTube Live. How are you? I hope all is well. I hope you're feeling absolutely amazing. And I hope that you know that you are an amazing woman. And I got to tell you that because sometimes we wake up and we think about all the things we haven't done, we should have done, and we wish we did. All the things that we wish we could have done before. Start thinking about the past and don't think about how amazing we are. You know, I wanted to talk, somebody asked me about this idea of me going bald and what made me do it and what was my influence and the whole bit. And I just want you to know, like I remember cutting my hair short some years ago. You know, it's interesting. All of my life, I've always had a lot of hair, but all of my life, I get to a certain length and I cut it. It took me a long time to realize that I always liked my hair shorter than longer. But I don't know, I think I felt like societal when I was younger, I should grow my hair long, or how people would tell me I should grow my hair long, or, you know, those kind of things. And so my hairdresser would say, don't cut your hair. And I would say, please just cut it. I like the funky. I like the chic. You know, I've always been an artist, and I felt like our hair is part of our artistic expression. But of course, you know, like everybody else, I would start to get bored or think like, okay, so if you're not going to wear your hair short, then you're going to wear your hair long. And so I would do the thing, you know, with the natural hair movement and so-called wearing my hair longer and growing it out. And it was fun and it was a pleasure and it was wonderful. When I had my locks, it was fun and it was a pleasure. It was wonderful. All of it is an expression of me. So I don't look at now, before I used to be like, I'll never cut my hair short again. It's just so not for me. I'll cut it short. I don't feel like I would grow it out again, but I never know because this is what has happened for me. I moved to a new location, and I want to make sure you're there. Ladies, if y'all could leave messages, if you want to leave a comment or a message, so it is showing. Okay, good. So good. Okay, I want to make sure that you are there, and if you are there, that you're able to leave a message if you want to or a comment. But I'm talking, this is all about the amazing woman that you are, so that you know that. For me, when I turned or was about to turn 50, wasn't 50 yet, but moved to North Carolina, it's been a long time since I experienced the humidity and the heat. In addition to going through menopause, which gets a lot of hot flashes, that I said to myself, who got time to be doing hair? I said to my husband, cut it off. I want to feel my head, that coolness running against my bald head. And after a while, I realized how much I liked it, how chic I was. But it took me a while to get into it. A lot of times it's about the company that you keep. A lot of things that we would want to do or would do or like to do, we don't do it because we're the only one. We're alone. Nobody else is doing it. People are going to look at us weird. You know, what are people going to think? How are we going to get a relationship? And I know because I have groups, and I've had groups for a while, that the group theory or the idea of being in the group, as far as for African people, especially people of color, indigenous people, all people really, is so imperative to your self-esteem, to your courageousness, to your confidence. And what did it for me was, and I'll tell you, you never know why the Spirit puts you in a situation. You never know why you're supposed to be somewhere. Sometimes you look at it and you think about, oh, I went on that trip and it wasn't that great, but you gained something. And so just not too long ago, if you remember, in May, I went to the Bahamas on a cruise with my sister. And it was a house music group that we were with that was on a cruise. And so even though when I went, I realized, I discovered that the cruise wasn't for me. I didn't really want to be there. You know, it wasn't my style on the cruise. What I did encounter was all the women that was in the house party, the women that came from different parts of the East Coast, different parts from New York, New Jersey, Chicago, different parts of the country. These women were funky. Almost every last one of them was bald. They was fierce. Do you understand? They reminded me of myself when I was coming up, hanging out in Greenwich Village, you know, going to house parties and being unique and different. In the projects, didn't care what nobody thought. They reminded me of myself. I saw their sexiness, their beauty. I saw their confidence. I saw their chicness, their creativity. I saw something that was so me. I saw myself, the funkiness, the, like I said, the confidence, the authority, and just the bald head was looking way too sexy. And they was funky, they dressed funky, they was chic. And believe it or not, when I got home, I told my husband, I've been influenced. I've been influenced. I mean, they don't know. They didn't tell me nothing. They didn't say nothing. Just being around them, I said, cut my hair off. I'm ready for it. I want to be me. I want to capture some parts of myself. I want to be funky and creative and artistic. I'm ready. And I tell you, I was talking to my group. As many of you know, I got a group called, I do intensives. And the intensive that we're currently in is Returning to Sacred Space. And I was telling them about how much I grow doing the intensives. I grow so much doing the intensives. And the reason why I grow so much doing the intensives is because I am in a group of women. So not only am I giving support, but I'm getting it. Another thing, think about it, when you teach something, of course you're going to learn it. And when you are forced to teach something, in other words, when you put yourself in a situation to teach, you have to show up. You have to live up. You get it? You have to be there every day. You're the teacher. So that means you have to give lessons and then you have to make sure you do them because you're the teacher. Do you get it? And so you're getting all that love and all that, hey, greetings, beloved. How you doing, Uncle Nepka? How are you? You have to you getting all that love because you're putting it out there, but you're also you showing up. See, when you're like, oh, I'm going to do this solo, like learn how to speak French, and I'm going to get an app or maybe back in the day, a CD, right, or a book. What you find is, hey, so nice to see you too. What you find is that you're not gonna stick to learning that language or stick to learning that art or whatever it is, because there's no incentive. There's nobody there to hold you accountable. And so when you become in a group setting, you actually thrive. It's even like biblical, even though I don't claim to know the Bible or even know Christianity, but I know spirit. And when two or more are gathered, the Creator is there. So when I was in that group and everybody was wearing it and doing it, it made me feel confident enough to go from that group and be able to do what I always really was in me already to do anyway. Do you understand how much fellowship is so important? So I'm saying this to you because I'm actually starting my next intensive on August 27th. It's called Returning to Sacred Relationship. And cutting your hair is about having a healthy relationship with yourself, not with nobody else. But the fact is, we don't have just relationships with ourselves. We have relationships with everybody around us. So how do we change the everybody around us? I don't mean them personally. How do we change our surroundings so that we can feel confident in the choices that we make? You go to a group of people, you may see a sister who comes from some other place, wherever she comes from, Mars, it could be even. And you might be like, oh, she ain't that good looking. This society might call her ugly, the bald-headed woman, the dark-skinned woman, the big-nosed woman, the big-lipped woman, right? But in her tribe, she might be the princess, the most beautiful woman of that tribe. And when she was with her own people, she never thought she wasn't beautiful. She never thought her way of life or being wasn't right, until she came outside in another society that didn't value her. So how can you start getting into societies that value you? You going to work every day, you riding the bus every day, that is not your whole community, that is not your whole society. When you have those kind of community society, you have to really go for societies that will affirm you. And think about it, it's a 21-day intensive, so it only takes a certain amount of time. That was a 3-day cruise. 3 days, it made me want to do something that was already in me to do. Can you imagine 21? I tell the sisters in the group, like, I'm ecstatic because I've grown so much from every intensive. And I'm giving thanks for doing it. I'm giving thanks for Spirit putting it on my heart to be a part of it. So when you tell me or ask me, what made me go bald, it was seeing myself. Hey, shop drop, you're testing good. Yeah, you're testing good. I was seeing myself. And I was seeing the self that I was afraid to be, that I didn't understand I could be. And then I stepped into it, even though I wasn't in the group or around that group. anymore. And I'm really talking to you about that's how amazing you are. Sometimes you can't see how amazing you are because you don't have the reflection outside of you to build up the reflection inside of you. What Sacred Space taught me was that what I see out there is in here. And even if I deal with it out there and look for it out there and know what I want to see out there, which is in our case, our space, then I also know that I'm healing what's in here. As above, so below, as within, so without, always and forever. So if you are interested, also ladies, tomorrow is the last day to be a part of the 50-year birthday celebration, my 50 years. And I'm doing everything on this website for either $50, stuff that was $500, $15 or $5 is on the website right now. And if you want to be a part of the special that ends tomorrow at midnight, you might want to get on as quickly as you possibly can. And I would love to see you and participating in purchasing. But also, too, I would love to see you on the next 21-day intensive, $97, August 27th. We kick it off 3 hours, 2 to 5 p.m. We're talking about sacred relationships. We're talking about choosing for yourself, but having a community that supports you and loves you. Anybody that's in any of the intensives, let these ladies know that I'm not just talking, that what we give each other is beautiful. You are an amazing woman, Black woman. You are an amazing queen, an amazing woman, and sometimes you need to be around other amazing women to realize that. Oh, you are so very welcome. I'm telling you that. So that was my influence, was being with, I saw myself, the self I was, the funky, I was in the project, I got laughed at, teased, probably beat up. Everybody put their hands on me, but I'm sure they wanted to. And I couldn't get that mojo back by myself. And the moment I stepped into that cruise that I said it wasn't even for me, do you understand why the Creator put me in that position? Because the Creator said, this ain't about no cruise. This ain't about, hey, love and smiles. This ain't about none of that. This is about you finding you and having the confidence. Thank you. I'm so glad it's so encouraging to you. And having the confidence to go out there and do it. Them women were fierce. These were East New York, New Jersey, Chicago, balled down, dark, light, skinny, big. It was beautiful. I'm getting this information for women and teaching it to my 2-year-old daughter. Yes, 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 keep doing it, babe. But coming to these intensives, this is the last 21-day intensive for the year of 2017, and I would love to see you. Single dad, I thought so. I'm glad you're here, brother. You are very welcome here. How do you become a part of the intensives? Actually, you go to my website, which I'll leave in the description box. And you have to be on Facebook. So if you're not, join it just for the intensive, but it's a private group. No one can see. It's a secret group. And what happens is when you come on Facebook, you go to the website first, buy the intensive. And on the day, before the day, I'll put you in the group. And last time was 51 women. Last time was, before that, 41. This time was 48 women. And every day after the 3-hour intensive, I come to you for 20 more days, not just inspiring you, teaching you specifically a course. Thank you for the inspirational energy. You are very, very welcome. Thank you for asking the question about the bald head. And you're going to get people that say, even conscious people, to be like, your hair grow, you shouldn't cut it. It ain't right for a woman to be bald. See, that's ridiculous. And you got to feel, who feels it knows it. This point in my life, at 50 years old, this is what I need. Now, in the wintertime, I'm going to wear some hats, or maybe I'll grow out a little more. It doesn't, whatever I do, but this is why I do it. And then another thing, ladies, and brothers, I have a good man that loves a bald-headed woman. He said, as long as you're natural, locks, bald, afro, don't even matter. Braid out, twist out. But he likes the simple stuff because he actually wants to spend time with me. And he believes that he wants to put his hands even on my bald head. A lot of times I would have a braid out or a twist out. I'd be like, oh, baby, no, don't touch the do. He'd be like, but you natural. I can't touch your hair. It's like, you might as well have a weave. And so he's so right. So it brought a lot of intimacy. He loves rubbing on the head. Actually, he cuts my hair. He's the one that keep it cut. So it's funny, all the things I'm not going to do that because people are going to laugh at me, right? Like we sound like Carrie here. Or I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to get a man, or I'm not going to do that. And then you got somebody that say, I love it. Thank you, very informative. Sacred space. Blessings and much prosperity to you and yours. Fellowship, love, you got it. And then you say all those things, and then you got somebody to be like, yo, I actually love you like that. I'll cut it for you. Somebody who loves you, loves your image, creates in your image, because he's an artist, a visual artist. And so he creates women that look like me through his art, through his sculpting, through his watercolors, his oils, his acrylics. You are an amazing woman, Black woman. And you have so much to offer. I want to be able to offer this to you, and I would love for you to go to the website, check out the specials. Also, consider getting into Return of the Sacred Relationship / Sacred Union, so that you could be bold enough to wear your hair like this, or bold enough to wear a whole bunch of hair. It's whatever you want, however you want it. I love you all with all my heart. I'm really enjoying these live streams. So glad to see you live. You too, Candace. How are you, Queen? So glad. Yeah, I got up this morning, did my yoga, took my sea salt bath. Had a consultation. People are taking the, remember y'all, my consultations are normally $200. They are now $50, and I did one of my consultations today. People that normally couldn't take advantage are able to, so it's only lasts till the 16th. And after that, the consultations go off the website altogether, because I'm doing other things that I won't be able to do the consultations. So you might want to get one and go for it today. So love you, ladies, and thank you so much. Thank you, Kiki Wifey. I love you. Thumbs up to you as well. And I hope to see you on the website. And remember, I got a new website coming in September, so a lot of new stuff going on. But Last Intensive Return of the Sacred Relationship, I'm about to go put it on the website now that I done told y'all about it. I love you all with all my heart. This is Lisa Marie Goodson. You're very welcome. Oh, thanks for sharing. Thank you for listening and receiving. This is Lisa Marie Goodson of the Blackberry Beauty Transformative Academy. Ancient African wisdom for the modern sister. Peace and blessings. Thank you. Love y'all so much. Blessings.